In the wild world, animals slaughtering each other for food is something easy to observe. Some use muscles, some use venom, and some hunt with their strong and sharp teeth. Diversity and vibrant colors are what nature always wants humans to keep exploring. In swampy regions like the Amazon, there are two extremely brutal animals when it comes to hunting. And if they ever meet, it's impossible to predict who will come out on top. These are the anaconda and the caiman crocodile. So, what happens if an anaconda and a caiman face off? As one of the top predators in the food chain, today Wildlife World invites you to witness terrifying encounters between anaconda and caiman. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit follow and leave a comment to support us in creating even more fascinating stories. In the Amazon swamps, no one is unfamiliar with the legless monster, the anaconda. If one day you find yourself lost in this land as a tourist, you must be cautious, because the giant snake can grow up to 9 meters long. Anacondas usually use their bodies to coil and squeeze their prey to death, so they are capable of killing a caiman in this vast swamp. The anaconda moves faster in water. It adapts well to this environment, giving it the upper hand when identifying and attacking prey. The caiman crocodile is the smallest among all existing crocodilian species. Caimans have a powerful bite and very strong jaws. If the anaconda is bitten in the body by the caiman, the loser becomes obvious. However, each species has its own advantages underwater. The outcome depends on various factors. Both anacondas and caimans mainly live in rivers and swamps of the Amazon region. Caimans rarely wander on land because they need to regulate their body temperature, and water is more suitable for them. Going ashore is truly a risky move for caimans. They could be suddenly attacked and eaten by lions or jaguars. But underwater, caimans are like the overlords of these vast waterways. In Mother Nature's great home, sometimes a few ill-intentioned predators intrude, among them is the anaconda. Crocodiles, though silent and cold, often use ambush tactics to hunt. But when facing a cheeky anaconda, they might use a swift bite to catch it. Before enjoying a meal, crocodiles have the habit of cleaning their prey, tossing and shaking the anaconda until the flesh is shredded and ready to swallow. However, there are also cases where the anaconda uses its massive body and powerful muscles to coil and crush the crocodile's jaws, slowly suffocating it to death, and then swallowing the entire caiman into its stomach. One caiman was swallowed whole by an anaconda. The snake was trying to find a quiet spot to rest after a big meal. But during those few peaceful moments, a larger crocodile attacked it. With the food not yet fully digested, the anaconda's movements became sluggish. Even in the water, that wasn't enough to save it. This time, the snake had to give up and become a meal for the larger crocodile. A single caiman could feed the anaconda for a whole month. But crocodiles, on the other hand, are always hungry, always thinking of ways to attack prey. During the dry season, crocodiles risk becoming rotting corpses surrounded by swarms of flies. Being cold-blooded is essential for survival. They are among the most ruthless and aggressive carnivores in the Amazon River. Perhaps the anaconda still isn't quite the true apex predator like the crocodile. Because they share the same habitat, chance encounters are easy. When they meet, the explosion of the battle between these two animals becomes a life-or-death struggle. Neither side shows mercy. Because food sources are incredibly scarce and vital, especially during harsh dry seasons, the one who seizes the initiative first usually has the upper hand. While some battles may have surprising turnarounds, in most cases, if either of them stalks and attacks first, the other is likely to meet its end. Crocodiles can only focus their fighting power on their heads. Meanwhile, the anaconda's strength lies in muscles that span its entire body, giving it the edge to crush its prey to death with ease. The crocodile, from time to time, can still be overwhelmed by ambition. Proof of this lies in its hunts. When targeting wildebeests, it always spends time observing to pick out the weakest individuals, giving itself the best chance of success. Taking down strong, healthy ones is a different story. Even if it drags them into the water, a crocodile alone can't finish the job. It needs the support of its comrades. When catching large snakes like pythons, the crocodile also has to rely on skills it's honed over time to deal with them swiftly. The anaconda, second in size only to the reticulated python, lacks venom, but its method of constricting prey with immense force brings it plenty of victories. Smaller caiman crocodiles can actually be a quality meal for the anaconda. Every animal, even herbivores, has developed self-defense strategies to survive. So what about top predators like snakes and crocodiles? How do they defend themselves when attacked? In territorial disputes with their own kind, crocodiles often use their powerful jaws to injure their rivals. They thrash and wrestle for dominance, sometimes engaging in bloody battles for territory. Anacondas, on the other hand, are solitary and far more discreet. They don't usually clash over territory, but that doesn't mean they're peaceful. In fact, they may resort to cannibalism. The anaconda will coil its powerful body around its prey, breaking bones and producing continuous saliva to help swallow the victim whole. It uses this technique to hunt crocodiles and other animals as well. Adult anacondas have a large appetite. If they come across a caiman crocodile, a confrontation is very likely. Survival and reproduction depend on learning how to compete, to adapt, and to adjust behaviors to suit the environment. In the Amazon River, ultimate dominance usually belongs to the crocodile, with its solid teeth and silent, stealthy hunting tactics. However, occasionally, the throne is challenged. The mighty anaconda, with its massive, beautiful body, may reign over a stretch of the riverbank instead. Musical note, musical note. In these fierce and deadly battles across the vast Amazonian swamps, whoever gives up first becomes the next meal for any nearby predator. Crocodiles and anacondas aren't only threats to each other, they both frequently hunt other animals as well. Sometimes, the anaconda even finds pleasure in seeking out crocodile eggs or hatchlings to devour. But crocodiles are incredibly protective parents. A mother croc may even risk her life to ensure the safety of her young. Musical note, musical note. Once, while slithering across the riverbank in search of food, a python suddenly stumbled upon a group of newly hatched crocodile babies. It was clearly interested in eating them. But as if guided by some supernatural instinct, the mother crocodile returned just in time. She slowly stepped forward, closing in on the snake. Sensing the tension, the python prepared itself for battle. But just as things were reaching a boiling point, both sides seemed to pause, each taking a step back before quietly retreating. This was a rare moment, a standoff between two infamous predators with no dramatic showdown like we might expect. However, if the environment continues to worsen, food sources dwindle, and hunting success declines, then these encounters may turn into deadly clashes for survival between snake and crocodile. We hope that through these shared insights, these wild meetings and face-offs between anacondas and crocodiles, you've enjoyed a few moments of excitement and relaxation. The wild world still holds many secrets, waiting for us to uncover together. Goodbye, and see you again in the next video.